Well, watching Donald Trump's day today, I'm just struck by the fact that we have a president again. I mean, look at this guy's day. Free speeches, 196 executive actions, holds a 90-minute press conference narrating each one as he goes along. I mean, Joe Biden could not and would not offer the kind of transparency or vigor to the American people that we got here on day one from Trump. And tonight, Trump's going to throw on a tux and go to 3 balls. I mean, he's having an active day. I think it's going to be a massive amount of contrast here for a presidency like what we're going to see out of Trump and versus what we've had out of Biden.
That's Republican and CNN's black sheep, Scott Jennings, shaking things up and upsetting a panel of sour-faced pretend journalists by daring to say it's nice that America finally has a president again. It's almost as if saying something remotely positive about a Republican administration on CNN is considered blasphemy. It's no secret that CNN has been on life support since the election. Ratings are plummeting, morale is low, and layoffs are looming on the horizon. The network seems to be grasping at straws to maintain relevance, but the cracks are starting to show. What's more, some of their on-air talent just couldn't help themselves from throwing full-blown hissy fits during Trump's inauguration. Instead of presenting unbiased coverage, they've openly aired their disdain, which only further highlights the network's deep-rooted bias. Scott Jennings, on the other hand, isn't playing by their rules. Whether you agree with him or not, his willingness to call out the elephant in the room, pun intended, makes for compelling television. It's refreshing to see someone unafraid to ruffle feathers, especially in a room full of so-called journalists who seem more focused on perpetuating a narrative than actually reporting the news. CNN's struggles are a reflection of a larger problem within mainstream media, one where ideological echo chambers and personal vendettas have replaced journalistic integrity. And as much as they may try to paint people like Jennings as outliers or troublemakers, his blunt honesty resonates with audiences tired of the media circus. Love him or hate him, Scott Jennings is making waves, and maybe, just maybe, that's what CNN needs to shake itself out of its spiral. The question is, will they embrace differing perspectives, or will they continue their steady march toward irrelevance?
As former President Barack Obama, it was Obama's presidency that really created Donald Trump as a political force, as he falsely said that Barack Obama, falsely suggested that Barack Obama had not been born in the United States, but that the first African-American president in American history had actually been born in Africa, a racist and malicious lie. But Barack Obama, nonetheless, attending this inaugural, Michelle Obama not there, as we've discussed in the immortal words of Bartleby the Scrivener.
Which leads us to the one thing still generating ratings and keeping the network afloat, Scott Jennings. Love him or hate him, he's been stepping up, doing more and more segments, and delivering much-needed reality checks to CNN's professional crybabies and Democrat sycophants like Van Jones. Jennings doesn't hold back, and it's clear that his presence disrupts the echo chamber that CNN has carefully cultivated over the years. While others on the panel seem content to pander to a dwindling audience of die-hard liberals, Jennings brings a dose of cold, hard truth that cuts through the noise. Van Jones, for instance, has become infamous for his emotional monologues and over-the-top reactions that often feel more like theater than journalism. And while it might play well with certain audiences, Jennings is there to remind everyone that there's still room for facts and grounded analysis, even on CNN. Ironically, Jennings' appearances are likely one of the few things drawing attention to the network, providing a glimmer of relevance in an otherwise bleak landscape of plummeting ratings and lost credibility. Whether they realize it or not, CNN needs voices like his to balance their coverage and appeal to viewers beyond their shrinking base.
I was watching Trump today, and Van and I were talking earlier today, watching him walk down the hall of the Capitol, and the words that came to mind to me were gritty, resilient, determined, and audacious. There's not like a more perfect advertisement for the value of these qualities in modern America. I mean, you think about all the things that happened to him. Winning, losing, the court cases, nearly being assassinated. It's rather audacious what he has accomplished, winning this election and taking office today. And you said you were in shock. Well, Republicans are in awe.
What about with the pardons? What's your take on that?
Here's what I think. Were these people punished? Yes. Were they ruined financially? Yes. Did they spend time in jail? Yes. Have their lives been ruined? Absolutely. And one of you said earlier, Van or Axe, that you think this sends a terrible signal that you can get away with things like this, as though we've never had a moment in recent American history when people were not punished for rampaging around when they shouldn't have been. It was the summer of 2020. And these people were actually punished. Those people were never even charged.
Hey, that's not true at all.
That's not true. Most charges were not.
Let him answer. But I do see it differently in that I don't like it when people tear up buildings at all. I'm not a part of some pro-riot, pro-crime lobby.
You know, CNN really needs to start listening to Scott Jennings if they have any hope of survival. Time and time again, he's pointed out that all of this, everything the establishment media and Democrats are pushing, is a losing issue. And more importantly, he's explained why. Let's face it, maybe this narrative would have gained some traction if it hadn't come on the heels of citywide riots that were downplayed or even outright celebrated by people on the left. But that's exactly what happened. The hypocrisy is impossible to ignore, and Americans are tired of it. Add to that the fact that this all comes after 4 exhausting years of elites and the media constantly gaslighting the public, blaming everyday Americans for the problems they created. Is it really any wonder that people don't have the energy to care about something that happened 4 years ago? Americans are smart enough to see through the double standards, and Jennings is one of the few voices on CNN who isn't afraid to call it out. The fact that he has to explain this over and over again just shows how out of touch the network and much of the media has become. If CNN wants to survive, they do well to stop ignoring him and start paying attention.
But you mentioned pain, both of you did. And there is a lot of pain being felt by the 140 police officers who were attacked during the January 6th attack on the Capitol. When it comes to law and order, Donald Trump's spoken about it many times. Republicans have always said that they are the party of law and order. How can that be now after seeing that all of those who took part in that attack, those who were violent as well, or have been pardoned by Donald Trump or their sentences commuted? First to you, Scott.
Well, first of all, I don't particularly care for what happened on January the 6th. I didn't like it the day that it happened. I don't like it today. I think it was a terrible day. I don't think the people who participated in it should have done that, and it should never happen again. That's number one. Number two, the people who did participate in it, by and large, all face some kind of punishment. Great many, hundreds, thousands went to jail. Some have already been in jail and completed their sentence. Most were financially ruined. Their lives have been ruined. They paid a severe price. It's Donald Trump's position that they paid enough. And that's his prerogative as the president. I don't like the idea that people who assaulted police officers are getting any kind of leniency, because I think that is a special kind of crime. I'm a strong defender of police officers, and I do take the term law and order and back the blue very seriously. But there's no political benefit for Trump to do this. This isn't a particularly popular thing to do. However, I would point out he did campaign on it. He made it perfectly clear what he intended to do, and he followed through on it. I do think and hope that this now will put this behind us, that this is over. The American people have adjudicated this in the election as a political matter, and hopefully it never, ever happens again in this country.
It's absolutely hilarious and a little sad that the same media who recently tried to soft-pedal justifications for the fatal attack on a healthcare CEO can't seem to wrap their heads around why Americans aren't as worked up about January 6th as they'd like them to be. Let's be real here. Congress has an approval rating of about 20% on a good day, and trust in the media, that's at an all-time low. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not justifying anything here. But expecting people to be overwhelmingly outraged about something that happened 4 years ago, especially when it hasn't drastically affected their day-to-day lives, is, well, a stretch. It's borderline insane to believe this is going to shift public opinion or voting patterns when the very people pushing the hysteria are the same ones who habitually blow things out of proportion and gaslight the public. Scott Jennings' assessment on this is honestly far more balanced than anything you typically see on networks like CNN. More importantly, it feels real. It aligns with where a lot of the American people seem to be right now. Instead of wallowing in manufactured outrage, most people are just trying to make sense of what actually matters in their lives today. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think. How do you feel about this take? Do you agree with Jennings' perspective, or do you see things differently? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss more of this kind of content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.